I'd been practicing Obgyn for over a decade, and I thought I'd seen it all. But every now and then, a case would come along that would remind me of the complexities and uncertainties of pregnancy. Sarah, a 35-year-old expectant mother, came to see me for her routine prenatal care. She was 16 weeks pregnant and had opted for genetic testing to screen for potential chromosomal abnormalities. I explained the risks and benefits of the test, and she understood that it was a screening test, not a diagnostic test. A few days later, I received the results of Sarah's test. Her baby had a high risk of trisomy 18, a genetic condition that can cause severe intellectual disability, delayed growth, and life-threatening medical problems. I knew I had to deliver this news to Sarah gently and compassionately. When Sarah came to my office, I sat down with her and her partner John. I explained the results, and they listened intently, their faces filled with worry and concern. I reassured them that this was just a screening test and that further testing would be needed to confirm the diagnosis. Sarah and John were understandably shaken. They had been expecting a healthy baby, and this news threw them for a loop. They asked me questions about what this could mean for their baby's future, and I did my best to provide them with accurate and unbiased information. We discussed their options for further testing, including amniocentesis and chorionic villus sampling (CVS). I explained the risks and benefits of each test, and they decided to proceed with amniocentesis. A few weeks later, we received the results of the amniocentesis. Unfortunately, the test confirmed that their baby did have trisomy 18. Sarah and John were devastated, but they were also determined to make the best decisions for their baby. We talked about their options for the pregnancy, including continuing the pregnancy and preparing for a potentially complex delivery, or considering termination. I made sure they knew that the decision was theirs alone, and that I would support them either way. In the end, Sarah and John decided to continue the pregnancy. They knew that their baby's life would be short and potentially complicated, but they wanted to give their child every chance to live and thrive. We worked together to develop a birth plan that would prioritize their baby's comfort and well-being. As the pregnancy progressed, Sarah and John prepared themselves for the arrival of their baby girl, Emily. They attended prenatal appointments, read books on caring for a child with trisomy 18, and connected with support groups for families with children with special needs. When Emily was born, she was indeed fragile and required immediate medical attention. She spent several weeks in the NICU, where she received treatment for her medical conditions. Despite the challenges she faced, Emily was a fighter, and her parents were determined to give her the best possible life. As Emily grew and developed, Sarah and John learned to navigate the complexities of caring for a child with trisomy 18. They worked with a team of healthcare professionals, including pediatricians, therapists, and specialists, to ensure Emily received the care she needed. Through it all, Sarah and John marveled at Emily's strength and resilience. They celebrated every small milestone, from her first smiles to her first steps. They learned to cherish the moments they had with her and to find joy in the journey. As Emily's parents, Sarah and John became advocates for children with special needs. They shared their story with others, hoping to raise awareness and promote understanding of trisomy 18. They also became involved in their local community, supporting families with children with disabilities. Through their experiences, Sarah and John discovered a new sense of purpose and meaning. They learned to appreciate the beauty of life and the importance of living in the moment. They knew that Emily's life would be different, but they also knew that she would bring them joy and love in her own unique way. As Emily continues to grow and thrive, Sarah and John look forward to the future, knowing that it will bring its own set of challenges and triumphs. But they're ready to face whatever comes next, armed with love, determination, and a deep commitment to their child. As an Obgyn, I've seen many unexpected twists and turns in pregnancy. But cases like Sarah and John's remind me of the importance of compassion, empathy, and support. Every family's journey is unique, and it's our job as healthcare providers to support them through the ups and downs. Hit the follow button to watch more interesting stories like this. Peace out.